Hey, Patsy. Hi, Laurie. Hey, Monique. Let me just sort out my laptop, actually. Hey, Ebony. And Sandy. Sharon. Hey, Vicky. And Kate. And Anna Carrot. Oh, lots of you coming in already. Oh, dear. Oh, we're quarrelling already upstairs. That's enough. Hey, Anna Karen. Hi, Betty. Patsy, they're doing it just for you, I think. They're having a quarrel. So, can we not swear? Andy, can you go and see to them, please?
I'm gonna have to.
Can we just tell them? Because I am streaming. I'm really sorry. I've only just gone live and the girls are having a quarrel about bath time. Oh, I'm just going to mute this stream a second.
I'm the one trying to sort
All right,
it out.
Andy, I'm back on my stream now. Sorry, guys, I'm really sorry. Oh, goodness. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Susan. Jenna. Gail. Alison. Katie. Tracy. Oh, do you know, I don't need it at the minute, and the quarrelling about the bath, and I'm fed up with it. You know, I had such a nice day yesterday, and then today it's just all turned to rubbish. Anyway, hey Tina. They're still banging about up there. They do it every time that I try and do something for me. Anyway, good evening, everybody. I hope we're all doing all right. I was, until then to started again. Anyway, I am working on my latest new start. This is Evelina. I only have 3 left. That's good, isn't it? We seem to have got through these new starts. So yeah, only 3 left. And I'm quite enjoying this one actually, because this one, as you know, is completely out of character, you know, the type of artwork and stuff for me. But yeah, really am enjoying it. It's on 28 count though, so it's quite small. Patsy power washed the garden yesterday and painted a fence today. Oh, come and do mine after. Hey Leslie. Liz has treated herself to a G&T this evening. Chin chin. Oh, goodness. Catherine is also coming in from Facebook. I've seen the message but not been able to open it yet. Anyway, what are you guys working on? Obviously, it's Evelina for me. What are you stitching or knitting or quilting or what? Hey, Bri. Hey, Red. Ashley, yes, she did. She had a good birthday. It's just now her and Hannah are at each other's throats over the bath. Do I stitch on 28 count with glasses? I stitch on every count with glasses. But I don't use any extra magnifier if that's what you're asking. Cheryl is working on her Disney cross stitch. Drop my needle now. Come on. Patsy's still doing Hidden Harbour. Katie's just relaxing and watching. Susan just about to put the first stitches into a new start for the second time. Oh dear. I had to rip out over 500 stitches. That's not good. Tina, no crafting at the moment, just painted the nails and waiting for them to dry. Tiger Lily, Laurie Pendle Pain Free Crafts for Sandy, 9.16%. Leslie's still working on her Steampunk Beauty. Patsy's going to put a pick and show and tell after she's got her jammies on. Liz has worked on Heather since Tuesday. Red's coming from a nasty flu, so just have a nice tea and relaxation time. No worries at all, Red. Vicky's been obsessed with beaded embroidery. Monique stitching on Jungle Montage, still in all the green colours. Carla has a new start, Stitches So Beautiful. Stitches Retreats for Sharon, 13.38%. Cool. Hey, Vivian. The Haid Sal for Kay. Jenna has not tried cross stitch but loves diamond painting and enjoy watching cross stitching. Cool. Alison's working on Friendship by Stitching Mummy. Hey, Alicia. Sounds like we've got a nice mix of stuff going on. Look forward to seeing what's on the Sew and Tell thread. I've got Andy back this evening. So, I mean, he obviously was missing from the Wednesday stream in person, but did join in the chat. But he's back in the room with me today. Viv's back on the Pale Elf. Got 1K stitches in this weekend. Cool. Ashley is hesitating to do a new start right now. Ooh. Lizzie asks, hey Andy, how are you? He's currently got his head in his computer. I think he's just decompressing. I'm sure he'll be chatting in a bit. Hey Enid.
Did someone ask about me?
Yes.
What did they say?
Asked how you were.
I'm good.
Hey June. Patsy also says hi Andy.
Hello.
Who sounds a bit frazzled, me or him? I'm just a bit annoyed at the girls for having bath time tantrums. But girls will be girls. Not a lot I can do, is there? Hey Joyce. I've got a busy week coming up this week as well. Hopefully last dental this week. Hopefully. And one or two other bits going on as well. So this is meant to be my relax before it all starts this week, but the girls have just put paid to that by having a scrap. Thread Geeks have brought out a new Anne Stokes continuation of the one already started. All right. A few new bits of artwork popping up lately. So I have got the Sew and Tell thread open in the group. Plan to do it about 8:15 as usual. So you've got between now and then to stick a pick on the thread. Hey Kelly. Hey Natalie. Tracy is working on the aviary frame for the Extraordinary Bird Salve by Lola Crow. Oh, now who did I see talking about that today on a floss tube? Who did I watch this morning? Saw somebody talking about it. It slips my mind who. But it's a taller cage rather than the longer ones that they've had for the fish one and stuff. Sarah Painkery Cross has also brought one out I really love. Scott Howden, Threads of the Universe. All right, okay. I'm working on that one too right now by Lola Crow, says Marie. Oh, cool. Just trying to think of it where I watched this morning. Me and Hannah have been out for a long walk today. We went out this morning and decided to go and have a bit of a good old long walk and blow the cobwebs off. But before, I was watching some floss tube. I can't remember who I watched. So I'm tempted by the Threads of the Universe, says Viv. Cool. Was it Kim Hollenbeck? Yes, it was. It was Kim. Yeah. Thank you, Ebony. I know I've seen somebody. I watched somebody this morning. Hi, Kay. Hey, Tracy Albert. Got distracted cutting out a back pattern. I have the Wise Men Ornament Project pack to take with me on holiday. Stitching by the pool sounds like a plan. That sounds great, Kelly, to me. When are you off? Can't be long away now, surely. Adelaide Stitches is mentioned during the Extraordinary Bird Salve. I've not seen her, I don't think. Or if I have, I may have seen her, I may just recognise her, but I don't recognise the name, if that makes sense. I just click on a stitching video and watch. Leave the house very early Tuesday morning to do the drive to Vancouver Airport. Fabulous. I might have a wonderful time. Holiday's creeping ever closer and closer, says Lizzie. Yeah. Me and Hannah went for a long walk today, and we walked past the house that I grew up in. It's quite interesting. It's about a 45-minute walk away from here, and we decided to go for a walk anyway, and to walk in a different direction to the last walk that we took. So, and we passed the house I grew up in. It's changed an awful lot. Paint job and new windows and new front door. I assume you've reached the left edge. Yep, this is the left edge here. It's this one that I'm stitching, Katie. It's called Evelina, and it was a gecko bow last year, the mystery kit, and it was a surprise one, so we had no idea what the subject was. Oh, Joyce has to go walk the dog. No worries, Joyce. It's weird seeing the old houses you lived in. Yeah, it is. I mean, I realised, I was talking to Hannah today as we were passing, and it's 35 years since I lived in that house, which seems impossible. You know, I was 15 when we moved out. It just doesn't seem possible. And, you know, I was sharing with Hannah some memories that I had of when we lived where we lived. And I think she was quite interested, I think. My parents still live in the house I grew up in, so I see it quite often when I visit, but it's changed quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah, we all moved out of the house that I grew up in 35 years ago. And where it is, it's on property that belonged to Yorkshire Water and the Canal and River Trust. A bit of both. And it was by the side of a river, and even though it was in the middle of a reasonable industrial area, stroke retail, stroke residential, it was very quiet. There was a training centre which has now been knocked down, you know, and things like, it's weird, you know, you notice things like, oh, this tree's been felled, or a pathway's been put in here where there wasn't one before, and they've changed the fencing here and there, and, you know. Hey, Kathleen. So in the house I grew up in. I've been living here 54 years. I was saying to Hannah today, I would have potentially have liked to have been living in that house with my family, but we had a different childhood 35 years ago to what kids have now. We didn't have mobile phones, we didn't have television until 7 o'clock at night. We listened to the radio. We had books and we had, music. We didn't have much, but we had the outdoors, and we spent a lot of time outdoors. And obviously there were three of us, and where you found one, you found the other two. I've got an older brother and an older sister. But yeah, it's always a bit strange, but quite nice to go back and see it again. A lot of childhood memories there. Pretty much every memory. It sounds idyllic. Yes, it was. It was somewhere not rural, but off the beaten path. And it was a place where if you knew it, you knew it. And those hidden corners of the world. Outdoors, did you play streetlight hide and seek with the kids in the neighbourhood? No, there were no kids in my neighbourhood. There was just these 4 houses, and there's only one other kid, and he was one of those that stayed indoors. You know, a bit of a loner. We didn't really go onto local estates or anything like that. You know, it was just me and my brother and my sister. But it had great times by the river. It was interesting times. For those of you who are in the UK, we were living there during the storms in 1984, which we were told here that there was no storm coming and everything was going to be fine. And there were a lot of trees blown down. And then a little bit later on, I think it was 86 or 87, there was another storm. It might have been 87 actually, not 84. And we were right by the river, but there was also a canal. And there were some barges on the canal that managed to break their moorings, and there was no restriction to get to the river from the canal at that point. And these barges managed to find their way down onto the river. And at the end of the road, near the main road, there was the river split, and it split back up, should I say, because at one point the canal and the river merged into one, then it split again. And on one side there was a weir, and on the other side there was a lock. Anyway, these barges that broke off, there were 2 of them, and they went and crashed into a bridge, because just after the weir there was a road bridge over the river at that point. And a barge crashed into the bridge, and then another barge got stuck on top of the weir. And it cost thousands, because not only did they have to hire in specialised cranes to take them out of the river, obviously the only way they could get them out was to crane them out. it weakened the bridge so much it had to be replaced. And so there was like a year or so a building program to replace these bridges. And they had to put in defences on the river. They had to put in, you know, them big sort of floating buoys that are all connected together that sort of rope off part of the where you could actually sort of go down onto the weir part. It kind of roped off the fork in the river. But yeah, it cost a lot of money to right what had gone wrong. Yeah, it would have been 87. There was one in 84, but it wasn't as bad. But the 87 one was the worst. Do remember the one in. I remember one in 84 for sure, but I definitely remember the 87 because of the barges. I was in France on school exchange for the 87 one. Yeah, that's quite lucky. Because I mean it was very bad here. I can remember these barges being stuck on the river and having to still walk across the bridge with a great big barge against the river railing. Yeah, I can remember going. I'll tell you what the 84 one was. The 84, my birthday, obviously, as you know, is the 12th of January. I believe in 84, my birthday was on a Thursday. And on the Friday the 13th, we had a bad storm that year. I could be wrong, I could be a year or two out, but I'm pretty sure. But yeah, got to remember all kinds of weather events. Dee, 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 dee. So yeah, me and Hannah took a walk. It was about 2 hours. And left here, we walked down to where I used to live. Then we carried on along the river bank until we got into the town. And then we caught a bus home. We were ready for the bus home by that point. And it was a lovely warm day. And, you know, at one point I was just, you know, my t-shirt and leggings, you know, it was, I was wearing a light jumper, but it was too warm for it. Which you don't often get because in April, in years gone by, we've been covered in snow. In fact, my Facebook memories today talking about it being full of snow here because the ice cream man was out in the snow. Definition of optimism. I think I remember that now. My birthday's 13th of January. Do you remember it being on a Friday the 13th in the 80s, in the mid-80s, Vivian? Because I wanted to go to school that day because one of the things we used to do as little uns is the day after our birthday, we'd take our cards to school to show the teacher.
Right, I'm here now, people.
I'm here. Okay. All good.
I wonder if they've calmed down.
Well, they've not met yet. I've got a plan in my head though for how we're going to sort out this bath situation going forward.
All right. Well, while they can't hear, do you want to impart?
No. My son's birthday is February 13th. It's often been on a Friday and he's 24 years. Yeah. Definitely, I seem to remember being sent home from school because of the storm. Yes. Yeah, I'm definitely remembering it right then. Lizzie says, how are you, Andy? And Leslie says, hi, Andy.
I'm good. I'm good. Don't worry about me. Worry about them two upstairs.
I'm not worried about them two, whatever they're quiet.
That means you're worried about me then.
It wasn't me who was asking.
Yeah, I know. Oh, okay. I thought you was going to be nice then.
I don't need to ask how you are. I know how you are.
How's that then?
I've been sat here most of the day, apart from when I was out walking. I still feel all weird having no teeth. But Wednesday will, all being well, be a wonderful day in the grand scheme of things.
I can see that bit going on the board. Wonderful Wednesday.
Yep. Made a milestone during the live, says Monique, 10%. Milestone, ding-a-ling.
Ding-a-ling. You want a ding-a-ling, do you?
There you go, Monique. So, do you not have a case of cerebratitis today? Nope. Not today. I didn't yesterday either.
No, because you weren't in.
Nope. I still managed to 1,500 stitches yesterday.
I don't know how you did that.
Yeah, we went to Manchester yesterday and the girls had a whale of a time in the Arndale. Me and Andy buggered off in the quiet for a cuppa in peace. Then they did a bit of shopping out in Manchester itself. We had a Pizza Hut lunch. So bang goes the diet this week. Thank you, Sandy. So do I. I'm just hoping that he says, okay, you can go home with them, rather than, oh, we need to go back to the lab again. Yeah, as long as he says I can go home with them, I will be a happy lady. I look good in the photos. Yeah, well, what you kind of didn't see in the photos, Leslie, is me sort of trying to puff my cheeks out a little bit and not look like my face is, not look like I've been chewing lemons and or what they call a cat's bum face. Which could stitch like you stitch for hours and end up with just over 100 stitches due to the frog. Oh dear. And just take it one stitch at a time. That's all we can do. It worked well. Oh, good. I'm glad about that. It's funny because me and my stepdad today, we were talking. He's got, he's had full dentures for a while. And he said to me, how are you getting on with no teeth? And I was telling him. It's like, oh, yeah. And you do this and this happens. And we were like, all of a sudden we had so much more in common. It's weird, isn't it? Laurie back, good stuff. No frog for Tina lately, but did seem to have lots of knots in threads today. Oh, are you using DMC or CXC or what, Tina? And are you using short lengths? You might just need to use a thread conditioner like a little beeswax or something. I have to say I think I'm fairly lucky with knots. I don't tend to get many. What I do tend to do is, because of two-handed stitch, is I tend to sew through the thread, which is annoying sometimes, but what part am I stitching? Hang on a sec, Patsy, and I'll show you. So the needle minder is round, but obviously the piece itself is not. So let me show you the mock-up. So I don't know if you can see the yellow blobs there on her neckline, and then we've got some pebbles here. So there's the pebbles and the greenery that's just in front, and these brown things here are where it frames the stitches around these yellow blobs, if that makes sense. So I'm in the middle and to the left hand edge, because this is the left hand edge. Those two stones are those two stones, if that makes sense. A mix of DMC and CXC, length of about 50 centimeters. That sounds all right. Sounds, you know, reasonable. It's weird. But yeah, you might just want to get a beeswax or something. $34. My dad actually ordered a cross stitch kit last week and it should arrive tomorrow. Letty stitch kit. Rarely buy something he only just sees. You tend to think about purchasing things. All right, okay. Patsy's got it now. Great stuff. Finally clean fabric. So Susan about to put in the first stitches. Oh heck. I pulled out a 34-year-old whip, says Laurie. I have plans to finish it by April the 19th. I'll show it on LL Live. Yeah, it is quite cute, Jenna, and considering it was a surprise kit, you know, you kind of don't know what to expect when it's a mystery. And it's the first time that no, it's not the first time. I've done it with a gecko Amoa. I stitched Ellis for Lamb a long time back. But this one is definitely a bigger than the Amoa kit that I got. Okay. I watched playback. I'm 1 hour asleep, going to get a nap. No worries, June. Thank you for popping in. And the playback will be there. So nerve-wracking the first stitch, says Lizzie. Yeah, can be. I've just hit a milestone. Just hit a milestone.
Oh, sorry.
Now got less than 20,000 black stitches left to do. Good stuff, Faith.
I've just heard that. Just heard the bell and you're...
Yeah, it's because I've got my headphones. Thanks to Laurie's 34-year-old whip, I have 20 hours to stitch on my 100 hours piece by the 19th of April. Oh, heck. Better get stitching. So yeah, I only have 3 pieces left. That's the unicorn, the Christmas cat, and the witchy cat out of this round of starts. Hannah is busting for the unicorn to be called.
Mhm.
It'll be called when it's called. It'll arrive when it arrives. Now you see Patsy and Lizzie both got the same thing. I bet the unicorn will be last. Hannah will be furious. She's been wanting that ever since the start. Hey Cindy. Hey Emily. How you both doing? Are you alright? I'm doing show and tell in about 5 minutes, so last call for any more picks on that thread. Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing well. Just having a nice steady stitchy sesh. I have Evelina out, which is my Anita in Rarity Pain Free Crafts kit. And it was a new start this week. It's a 28 count. I could have changed it out for 25 count, but nah. Stick with the 28. It's a pretty piece, so. Hey, Lauren.
Hi.
Just mark off a few stitches that I've missed. There we go. Take a pic of Celtic winter beadings. Done. Yay. We'll have a look at that. I just got myself a big glass of water ready for show and tell, says Kelly. Cool. I do like doing the old show and tell. It gives us a chance to share and to enable Patsy to have a PayPal ready, which always makes Lauren laugh. Tickle pink with that one, didn't you, Lauren?
PayPal Patsy.
Yeah, you now have been dubbed PayPal Patsy.
Been dubbed PayPal Patsy before. You can't say it's not an accurate nickname either.
Well, no, this is true, Lauren. Patsy does enjoy, and collecting charts and stash is just as much a hobby as the actual stitching itself. Patsy says she doesn't mind that. Enid's too busy to type. No worries, Enid. You can just listen along, it's fine. Liz is attempting to stitch under the influence. Yep, under the affluence of alcohol. Collecting fabric is another hobby, and sewing with it is totally separate. Agree, Kelly. Let's finish off this thread and then we'll go and do a bit of sew and telling. See what you guys have been working on. Do we get the jingle back this week, love?
Yeah, you do.
Cool.
Can't have so and tell without a jingle unless I'm not here.
I was going to say we did last Wednesday.
I weren't here. I take it people like that stitch along I found.
Yeah, a couple of comments on it, weren't there?
I'm quite proud of myself for finding that. You know me. I'm not a stitcher.
It's like Facebook listens to you.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it does.
It's not collecting, it's saving for retirement. Yeah. Yeah, dyeing your own fabric as well, Emily. Emily is also another hobby. And collecting sewing entanglements is another hobby, like hoops and clips and scissors and stuffs.
Are you ready to go with so and tell, Mrs.?
Almost.
I have the jingle ready.
All right, I did say I was just going to finish this thread and I haven't finished it yet. Okay. Okay, my dear, you may go with the jingle.
Okay.
While I get the thread ready. Well, oh, gosh. Can you just push that down? Push it down. Sorry, just trying to move my stand.
It won't go.
It won't go, will it?
I can't get it to go.
No, I can't either. Oh, well, it's just going to be...
Nikki's Lowry is causing a problem.
Can I just ask you to have a look at it while I start sewing tell?
All right.
I just need that. No, not that one. That one.
Push it down.
Push it down.
You must have tightened this up really tight.
Oh, yeah, but I haven't. My Lowry stand's being a pain in the bum. Right, okay, let's have a look and see what you guys have been working on Sew and Tell. Okay. Okay. Come on. There we go. So, there we go. Thank you. We need the jingly bell.
Oh, already?
Yeah. Cindy has beaded her Celtic Winter. That looks awesome, Cindy. Really beautiful. Let me just zoom in so you can see the beading of her headdress and her, what do they call it? A muff, a hand muff, hand warmer. Hey, Laura. And look at that. Just fabulous all the way around. Absolutely beautiful. Beautifully done, Cindy. Well done. Always awesome to see a finish. Woof, holy moly. Okay, so Monique has got all of her threads now bobbinated. Look at them. How posh are them, eh? Awesome stuff. Beautiful stuff, Monique. When Andy's back, we'll have a jingly bell for that.
You want another jingly bell, do you? Surely not another one.
Oh, we do. Okay, let's have a look on the stream thread. 52 comments on this thread. Yurta is getting ready for Easter. Wonderland Crafts, and as you can see, it's a little chickie and an egg rack. Okay, and she has put a picture of her whip here. As you can see, it's done on, it's beaded, and it's done on a wooden form, I suppose you'd call it, a form. But that's super cool, super neat, and it's looking great. Yes, what is next, Cindy? We need to know. Cheryl is busy as ever working on her beautiful Disney cross stitch. Keep on going there, Cheryl. It's looking fabulous. What kind of crisps have we got?
Some of them crinkle cut jobs.
What kind?
I don't know what for. Oh, beef ones.
Oh. Okay, Tori is working on the Pride flag by Vistas. 25 counts, 1/1, and she's loving it on the black Lugana. Looking fab.
Looking fab. Or something along those
And
lines.
there is the mock-up. Let me try one. That isn't even one. That's a tiny part of one. Give me a whole crisp. Thank you. Oh, very nice. Okay. Now look at this. This is Tina's progress on her mini Peony Glow. 22.56%. Pushing hard before she goes back to work, so it's hopefully finished on time to be a Christmas gift. And that crisp is making me spray everywhere. 1/1 full cross on some 20 count. And Tina has shared this with us, the mock-up there. Artwork is by Marion Broom, and it's a Heaven and Earth design. Cool, cool. Monique, I know you're saying there about a Disney cross stitch. There was a post in the group about Zana cross stitch. I know that she does a lot of Disney stuff, so you might want to check that. Okay, Emma Louise is working on a Gecko Rouge frog artwork by Lorna Lane. She started this on Thursday, and have managed to do 2,032 stitches and is 2.49% done. I think it's 2,032, looks like it. This is one of my Gecko Rouge kits, the others being Gamer Nouveau Retired, Deathhead Moth, which is a Gold Club exclusive, Bee, Queen Bee and Magpie. The Bee and the Magpie were Emma Louise, being enabled by C'est Moi. Sorry, not sorry, Emma. But here is the mock-up of the frog. And as you can see, it's got classic Lorna Lane style with the big flowers and stuff. But yeah, another lovely one. Brigitte is working on Spring Sampler by the Cooler Design. She says, I love their sampler. I have also started Summer and Autumn. So there is the full Spring Sampler, and this is along the bottom. Let me just zoom in. So there's the mock-up along the bottom. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it is like a morn in spring. And there is Brigitte's beautiful stitching. Really super cute. Nicely done. Okay, Lizzie has done almost 1,500 stitches since Tuesday. Heather by Hannah Lynn, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. So let's have a look at the mock-up. I'm not familiar with this one. Look at her. Beautiful. So, yeah. Lots of greens and blacks and purples and pinks. Plenty of pinks. Natalie has a finish. Look at this. Home Sweet Home sampler. Absolutely beautiful, that, Natalie. Nicely done. Gorgeous. And then straight in, Natalie has a new start. We definitely have the stitching bug, eh, Natalie? So a new start, and she shared, I believe, a mock-up. So let's go have a look at that and see what Natalie is going to be working on next. Oh, this one is a tiny modernist. Let's have a look. What does it say there? The Threadworks Night Garden Palette. Look at that. That's going to be lovely when it's done. Really like that. But yeah, nicely done, Natalie. Look forward to seeing that one progress as well. Okay, Sarah has been busy working on Long Dog Sampler Rose Marquee, 53.23%, and has been putting in backstitch in the left-hand side. So if I zoom in here, we can see on the top left, we've got some strawberries now, which are backstitched, and some Celtic knotwork, which is backstitched. Fabulous. And a basket weave as well. But yeah, looking gorgeous. Susan worked all day yesterday on a new start, tried parking, decided it wasn't for me. The back was as thick as a rug and I tended to pull my stitches too tight, so spending today ripping it all out. Oh, Susan. Oh, we have another finish. So this is our lovely Carla, and this is her Star Wars inspired kitty cat, Stitching Jules design, if I am not mistaken. Look at him, Andy, with his lightsaber. Super cute.
I like it.
And then again, because Carla has a finish, because it's April, because it's spring, and because she wants it, it's a new start. So this is the chart that she's picked, Sailing Beneath the Solar Eclipse, Max Colour, Eda Jose Rosa, and charted by Stitches So Beautiful. 400 by 400 with 167 colours. So, to be fair, not massive, but still a good size. Well, I said not massive. For me, it's not massive, but you know, you all know what I'm like with, you know. So today in the live, she will be here. So 18 counts, 2 over 1, full cross. And let's just zoom in. And there is Carla's start. Yeah, looking fabulous. Beautiful stuff, Carla. And something else on here that she's written. Come on. Oh, yeah, she's put a closer up picture of the mock-up. Okay, so Marie's Lola Crow Extraordinary Bird Sow. And this is the top of the cage, if I am not mistaken. And that's a real nice fabric as well. And let's see. I think this is the mock-up. Yes, it is. So if you are thinking about the Lola Crow Extraordinary Bird Sow, this is the first part. So there we go. Oh, Enid is busy doing some loom knitting. That looks some fun colours there, Enid. Nice and bright. Don't often see loom knitting. Our lovely Joyce is still busy working away on Bedtime Story by Chris Dunn. It's a pain-free crafts chart. And Joyce has now finished 4 pages. Cracking along with it, Joyce, aren't you? Doing super good. And Joyce has shared the mock-up. So you can see there the picture is it's halfway across the top. So Joyce is more than halfway across the top row, which is awesome. Kay is working on the Haid Alpaca 25 count DMC Magic Guide, 172028 of 233,600 stitches, 73.64%, getting close to the right hand edge. And then she's going to swap it out for Team Bunny's Haid Sal. But yeah, here is how her alpaca is looking. So there we go. It's Kay busy working on that. And then Catherine is plugging along. A sailor has just over 3 years to retirement. So looking forward to her and the family to be stationed back stateside from Italy. In saying that, hopefully I will be done with the 6th pass of 50 rows deep by the end of the month. Supersized battle, max coloured Haid. 213 days of progress, 275200 out of 623376 stitches, 44.15%, 1 over 1 on some 25 count Zweigart. Look at that. The battle is coming along beautifully. Really lovely, Catherine. Vivian has 2 pages complete on the Pale Elf by Chrisabug, charted by Thread Geeks. So 2 page finishers. Ting-a-ling. There we go. We've got some page finishers. And actually we'll have an extra one for Joyce for finishing 4 pages. Cool. Everybody gets bells when we reach a milestone. And here is the mock-up of Vivian's piece, the Pale Elf Thread Geeks. Oh, there we go. Okay. Kelly has got a bit more done on the 2 red angels, mostly on January. Don't have the cranic blending filament for the July angel. I have small red heat erasable pen marks where the BF, where that BF has to go, the blending filament has to go. I'll get rid of them before I stitch with it. Cool, cool. Keep on going. And I believe Kelly has shared the mock-up. So this is what the January angel will look like. Look at that. Going to be beautiful when it's done. Victoria, not a cross stitch again, but doing some beaded embroidery, Abris kits, and this is one finished, the first 2 flowers and half a dragonfly. Really enjoying these at the moment, and absolutely these are quite beautiful. So as you can see here, we've got a flower and the leaves here, the leaves and the stems done here, and a portion of this dragonfly, and then another flower here at the top. But yeah, it's looking great, Vicky. Hey, Hannah. So yeah, always like to see different crafts as well. I think it inspires others to switch it up a little bit. Kay is working on the Haid Sal today. It's been a funny sort of a day, and she's hardly done any stitching, distracted by so many things, and has only managed 142 stitches. Hey, 142 is 142. It's 142 more than what you had this morning. This is on 18 count easy count using CXC 1/1 full cross, and 34,360 of 53909 of the first 2 installments, or 63.74%. So it's looking good. Keep on going, Kate. Lauren's got the Doritos out now. And Kate is sharing the mock-up there of the piece that she's doing for the Haid Sal. Yeah, all good. Okay. Ashley. Dragon Affairs by Glendon Place, being stitched 2/1 on 14 count lime Ada from Zweigart, using 1 Classic Colourworks later for Around the Dragon, which will be done in black coffee. So there we go. And I think Ashley has shared a mock-up. There we go. Right. Medal knots in the affairs of dragons, for you are crunchy and good with ketchup. Brilliant. Love that. Monique is almost at 10% on her jungle montage, which Monique received as an RAK at the end of last year. Now, I think Ciro Marchetti shared a video about this piece. I don't know if it was on the official Hay group or on his page. I haven't watched it yet, but I know it's there. And Monique has shared the mock-up here. And she's working in this bottom section, I believe. So, yeah, all good. Tracy is working on Halloween. I Can't, I'm Stitching by Jardin Privé. I love this. This is so cute. Halloween, I Can't, I'm Stitching. And then here is the full mock-up. I love that. That is so cute. And we had a finish earlier on in the week. This is Rockin' Robin by Love Poppet. That is awesome. Love that. Nicely done. Okay, Ebony is busy working on Wildlife of Predator, a Luca S kit, but she's hoping to finish this year, and she's currently at 33.45%. Really pretty, that one. And Patsy is stitching on her Hidden Harbour by Haid. Artwork is by Andy Russell. Stitching this on some 25 counts and at 10.96%, so over 10%. Thoroughly enjoying it, and it's the perfect blend of block and confetti stitching. Very bright.
Some bells tonight.
Yep, very bright and beautiful colours as well.
Some bells tonight.
Yeah, and Patsy has shared the mock-up. So
was that a Patsy one?
Yeah, got over 10%.
Okay, cool.
Milestone, innit? Jennifer is working on Treasures of the Sea artwork by Oleg Gavrilov, charted by Haid, and 18 count easy grid Ada, 2/1 full cross. It's been a while since I've seen this one. Or has it? Soon find out with the mock-up. No, not that long. Let me just, I can't do it too much because it'll just flick it round. But there we go. Treasures of the Sea. Okay, come on. Laura is back to normal rotation today. This is Sacred Bond by Shiny Sun Cross Stitching. 18 counts, 2/1 full cross. You can also get this chart from Heaven and Earth Designs. That's really lovely. Beautiful. Okay. And here is the mock-up of the full piece. Look at that. That's so nice. Oh, excuse me. Artwork by Lee Vogel. Okay, Laurie is still busy working on her 34-year-old whip. She has backstitched her limbs and the eyes are next blue or green. It's getting there, Laurie, isn't it? Emily is busy working on Where the People Aren't. My 6-year-old daughter said I have to finish her before I can start my newest Sal. She's quite funny. I like her. Oh, and that looks like it's the last comment. So let me just double check. Just reopen the thread. Make sure. Oh, no, I don't want to send it. Thank you. Let's just reopen the thread. Make sure I haven't missed anyone. No, go away, keyboard. Newest. Oh. No, all done. Beautiful sew and tell. So some finishes, new starts, some milestones, some page finishes. All good. Turn off the comments. Okay. Let's just refresh the group and just make sure that we haven't missed any posts. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Bobby Nature threads. Okay, cool. Oh, Elise is working on her first aid, 25 count 1/1 full cross, 113 stitches in, a completion date is 2032. Balloon Reflections by Leonid Afremov. There we go. I love that needle minder. It's like one of them strawberry pincushion things. Okay, cool. And then there were a few other page finishes, so as you go down, but yeah, all good. Fantastic work for Sew and Tell, everyone. Okay. Right. So, and I need to get my stand back over here. Now Andy has loosened it.
Fixed it.
Oh. And let's put in a few more stitches on our lovely Evelina. But yeah, amazing Sew and Tell thread, everyone. Some awesome projects. Like Jenna says there, lots of variety. Really, really nice. Indeed, thank you all for sharing. It's really, really lovely how we do this on this stream, I think. Like nicest bits of the stream. Okay, where am I here now? Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Let's do that one. Number 39. Anybody here know Kay's Creation Stand? Kay's Creation Stand, any experts in the chat that can help? Monique. Kelly's going to head out, do some chores. Definitely going to miss the live on Wednesday. Well, do you know what, Kelly? Just have a fabulous, fabulous holiday. Not envy at all about you being in Maui. You know, you could have said, I've got a big suitcase, and I could have climbed in, you know. Could have folded my way up. But yeah, you have an absolutely wonderful time. And, you know, spend your time in the sun and the pool, by the pool, doing all the things that you want to do. Oh, Ebony's got the Case Creations lap stand. Speaking of Haid, Michelle has released a free chart. Yeah, there's a new freebie on the site as well. I think Tina shared it in the group the other day. Aloha indeed. Susan almost pulled a needle bug. The coffee landed on her, not the stitching work. Cindy has to go. Invite to dinner. Catch you on the next one. No worries at all, Cindy. Thanks for joining. Yes, I am a Lowry girl, and purely because I have a small stitchy space. We're over 200 stitches in on this so far. I'm quite happy about that. I have a came lap stand as well, saving up for Lowry, yeah. I don't know much about, there is a Facebook group called Cross Stitch Stands and Frames. You can find lots of info. I nearly lost one of the cats thanks to the Lowry the other day. They were having zoomies and one of them saw stars awake. Is the Lowry all right? I mean, is the cat all right? Cat just sits and looks at me when I'm stitching. She sits on the floor and she just looks at me and slow blinks. It rattled and stood firm. Well, that's good. I had a, before I had the Lowry, I had a, I think it was a siesta one. It was wood. And it sat at the front of me. I've had the Lowry, this Lowry now for a good 3 years, haven't I? You're right there, Jill. You don't sound all right. Oh, okay. It's the same cat that figured out how to open the porch door, which means I won't be able to have the front door open in this heck. Dear. Clever Oscar.
Oscar?
Yeah, Oscar the cat. Dee, 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 dee. Did I do that stitch? Yes, I did. Did I do that one and that one? And then two of those. Yeah, I did. Okay. Try and use up a whole thread of colour if I can before putting a new one. Just ordered a lap stand for my long dog sampler. Hate stitching one-handed. Can you put a sliding box something on the porch door? Oh, that'd be an idea. Or even one of those hook and loop things. Dee, 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 dee. Yeah, it would be extra security. And it'd keep the cat in because he'd be foiled. Andy, what do you mean when you put up videos called parish meetings?
Mm.
You've been asked the question.
I didn't hear it fully. What was it?
Well, you just said, like you did.
I thought you'd answered it. What was it?
Nope. It says, Andy, what do you mean when you put up videos called parish meetings?
Oh, right. That's my live stream, which I do every Monday night.
But the members only, usually, aren't they?
Usually, yeah.
Dee, 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 dee. Dee, 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 dee. I've got the munchies now. Just put a few of these stitches around here. I'll use up the rest of this thread. You got them too with all the crinkling. That's Lauren with the Doritos. Pesky child. Kay's got to 800 stitches. Think that deserves a tinkle?
I've still got the bell out.
Nicely done, Kay.
It's funny that I can hear the bell in the background.
Give you a tinkle tinkle for 800 stitches.
Tinkly tinkly.
Tinkly tinkly.
Tinkly tinkly.
Indeed it.
We all like a bell.
Yep.
We all like a bell.
Thank you. Not managed that often since the puppy. No. No. They do tend to take up a little bit of time, don't they?
What do?
Puppies.
Puppies. Well,
Puppy
never had
dogs.
one. I take your word for it.
Mm-hmm.
Kittens are just as bad.
La-di-da-di-da. Oh, I've got a model stitch. It's come in. It's about 1800 stitches, so it's not a massive one. But I think Night Cafe, I think we're down to 2048 at the moment. And I believe I've got 8 full pages completed now.
Cool. This sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me too.
Well, you would say that. You're the one stitching it.
No, it won't quite be one day, Patsy. There's a fair bit of back stitch in it. It's I can tell you what it is, but not the design or anything. But it's a birth sampler, so there'll be a lot of back stitch in it. It'll probably take me all week. Stitch faster. I won't live to 2048 to see it. Well, according to Stitch Pal, if I carried on stitching, I think about 800 stitches a day on it, it'd be done in 2028. But that would be that to the exclusion of everything else, wouldn't it? Then.
Yeah, I know you though, Nick. If you put your mind to it, you could do it.
But it's coming down nicely, and you know, I mean, by the time I get to my mid-year whip parade, I might decide to just you know, dedicate me Fridays or something to it. You know, like I said, I was going to do next year.
Well, why not? You do what works, Nicky.
Stitch Pal is an app. It's an Android app, and you put in the projects. You can put in how many stitches there are in it, and then you can log daily how many you work, and it will tell you at the rate you're doing it when the estimated finish time is. So Night Cafe was at something like 2060. I've managed to knock 12 years off it. Laura's got to go and get ready for work. Catch up on replay. No worries, Laura. And Hannah, yay, a finish.
Hang on, Belle.
The last berry in a trio. Quaker Wisdom, Erica Michaels. Awesome sauce, Hannah. Yes, it's free, Laurie.
Stitch Pal is free.
I track all of my stitches in it. I've got my annual aim, my 500,000. So every day I'm putting in how many stitches I've worked.
And it's a lot.
And it tells me if I'm on track to finish, you know, to get to 500k by the end of the year or not. So
He puts in a lot of stitches every day.
I do. I do.
As well you might.
It is my pleasure.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on for Apple too. Oh, great. But yeah, it's very handy. I've got all of my projects listed in it, and I've input the total amount of stitches in each project, and every time I work on it, I'll log how many I've worked. I can do, Patsy, yeah. Yes, I shall add it to the list. Be fantastic. No worries. Let's get Andy to help me with that one.
What?
How does Stitch Pal work? Yeah. It is, to be fair, it's dead easy. You can upload photographs and everything onto it. It doesn't require Wi-Fi just to download it. I don't think it requires Wi-Fi going forward or any kind of data.
I don't think it does. But then again, I don't know because I don't use it.
Mm.
It's not to say that I wouldn't use it if I was a stitcher. But of course, I'm not a stitcher.
I'm thinking about moving it to my tablet anyway, taking it off my phone. Because to be fair,
Doesn't it make more sense on your phone though?
well, no, because Pattern Keeper's on my tablet. And to be fair, if I was taking my stitching anywhere, I'd be
Okay.
taking Pattern Keeper because I'd have my tablet, wouldn't I?
I suppose. You know what you're doing.
But yes, I quite like Stitch Pal and, you know, being able to keep an eye on progress.
Like you do.
Mm.
Nothing wrong with it.
Nope.
Disappointed I never found that grave.
What grave?
Guy Burgess,
That name rings a bell.
Soviet spy.
Ah.
I couldn't find his grave in this churchyard.
Oh. Did you not go to find a grave and find the GPS data?
I don't think it'd be on there because it's the kind of grave that you kind of need to know about.
You'd be surprised because it does often have unmarked on there. Sandy has it on her phone and tablet. Yep, there you go. I'm thinking about transferring it from my phone to my tablet. So what I might do is any new projects that I start, I might put on Stitch Pal on my tablet, and then next year, come January, just move everything across. You don't have to sign in or anything. Great. But I'm one of those people that I'm terrible. I have a little book as well that I manually write down everything that's stitching it. Although obviously the book doesn't tell you when the estimated finish dates are or how many stitches on average you're putting in a day, that kind of thing. Because you just never know if something's going to go wrong with your app or whatever. Has Andy tried to find a grave website? Yeah, that's one I was just saying about, that they often have pins for GPS.
I've used Find a Grave before, so I am familiar with it.
Yeah, we've used it a few times, haven't we?
Considering this guy was a spy and he was buried at night to avoid publicity, I very much doubt his grave is on Find a Grave.
Why don't you try and have a look now? You might be surprised.
Well, I've already been to the churchyard where
Don't matter, just go and have a look. You might be surprised. Because Alexander Litvinenko's is on Find a Grave.
Is it really?
Yeah, because he was buried in Highgate Cemetery. In the west side. West side is the best. Not a million miles away from George Michael and
Jeremy Beadle.
No, Jeremy Beadle's in the east with Karl Marx and what have you. The west side has got George Michael in it. It's got Lucian Freud, I think, in there. And it's got Gene Simmons, the actress. Bob Hoskins. I keep manual records too. Yeah, just in case, because you never know, do you, Kay?
I bet I've caught it. There's a picture of it here.
Oh, well, there you go. See, it might have been buried at the dead of night to avoid the publicity of the burial, but it doesn't mean but burial records are a matter of public record.
But I've caught this. I can see the picture of it.
Oh, there you go.
Now, which one is it on this?
Yeah, I'm a bit same as UK. We put such a lot of time and effort into stitching. We don't want to lose anything. Oh. Monique signing off. Thank you for a lovely live. Till next time. No worries, Monique. Thank you for coming in. I'll be here on Wednesday if you're around.
I think it's that one.
Have you caught it?
I think I've got it, yeah. I think it's this one here.
Oh, cool. And there you go, you see. But just for future reference, lovey, on Find a Grave, they do often have a GPS location. And if you tap on it, on the figures, it'll take you to it on your Google Maps. Because if you remember when we were in Warwick, that's how we found that other bloke's gravesite that we did.
Yeah.
The same thing through Find a Grave, and clicking on the GPS coordinates. GPS is not always correct, but generally it is. Piles of notebooks, says Kate. Yeah, I'm a bit notebook obsessed. I do like a good notebook. The girls got me a nice moleskin style one. It's not real moleskin. But they got me a really nice moleskin style one a couple of years back. I haven't used it yet. I don't want to use it. It's just so nice. I've also got a spreadsheet as well, Lizzie. And that spreadsheet tells me how many stitches are left to go on a project. And it tells me which one is closest to a finish at a glance. Oh, no, that stitch is in the wrong place. That's better. Yes, going into the works is fatal, as is Sustering Green and Flying Tiger. Both favourite shops in this house. Because they do lots of notebooks as well. In fact, Flying Tiger had some really cute ones.
Good old Flying Tiger. Where
Yeah.
would you be without Flying Tiger, Nikki?
I don't know. I wouldn't have my bunny or my chicken.
Serious question. Flying Tiger or Sustering Green?
Both. Can't decide between them. But if you said Flying Tiger, Sustering Green or IKEA, it'd be all of them.
Some people want it all, don't they?
Yep.
I want it all.
I think I'm entitled at my age.
No one said you aren't.
That's all right then. That'd be a good day out. Meadowhall for Flying Tiger, Meadowhall Retail for IKEA, and then into Sheffield for Sustering Green. Yes, you do. Flying Tiger, it's like a stationary version of IKEA, but they do have like some homewares and stuff as well, and games, and like traditional toys for kids, and they have seasonal stuff in and really cute stuff and bits of arts and crafty stuff. And then Sustering Green, it's really, really nice. It's like a sustainable, and it's everything from homewares and jam to chairs, and things like tea bag tongs, and then you go around the corner and there's crochet hooks, and then you might find some marshmallows. There's all sorts. Sustering Green, there's a shop underneath our offices in Sheffield, and lunchtimes now for me are never a bore because I'm off into Sustering Green, much to Andy's disgust.
Hey, I like Sustering Green. Don't you be tarnishing my name with that.
Thought you said you weren't bothered about it when we went to the one in Chester.
I thought it was a bit of a weird shop with the stuff it sells. That doesn't mean I didn't like it.
Oh, all right, then I'll let you off. But that's 3 I've been in now: Chester, Sheffield, and Manchester. And IKEA, I love IKEA. You definitely do your 10,000 steps in hours. It's over 3 floors, our IKEA. Is it 3 floors?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, 2 floors. Because the ground floor is just like the entrance and the exit. And the collect by car point. Because when you go to the first floor, that's the level where the marketplace is.
Mm-hmm.
And the storage racks. And then the second floor is where you walk around all the bedroom furniture and the kitchens and stuff, and then go to the cafe. It's quite like the Burstall IKEA, but not been there for a while, not had to. I've been to Nottingham IKEA, and the only other IKEA I've been to is Brent Cross.
What were you doing in Brent Cross?
It was when I lived at Cock and Rabbit. Mia used to love it.
Good old Brent Cross.
I don't know if it's still there. I presume so, but...
You do well to shut down an IKEA, Nikki.
They had an April Fool joke on, I don't think it was Facebook or TikTok. It was like a 2 kilometre long IKEA.
2 kilometres long?
Yeah, you know how like when you go in IKEA, you're, winding through the paths and you left and right and left and right.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Well, this one was like a 2 kilometre long one. It was just like a one long building. Funny as.
Sounds like you're kind of short.
I like to browse, though. You know me. I love IKEA. I spent too much time there. I spent too much there. The one in Southampton is next to the cruise terminal. So you get to see them leave. Oh, that must be nice.
What was that about Southampton?
The IKEA's next to the cruise terminal. Used to be half an hour from Lakeside IKEA, but now about an hour and a half away. Rumours they'll be opening one in Worthing. Oh, right.
Was that Sussex Stitcher who's talking about?
It is.
Okay. I was very close to you.
She knows. She remembers from last week.
Very close to you earlier this week. So signs. I passed through Worthing thinking about it. I got myself very familiar with the A27 by the end of the week.
I mean, because we went into an IKEA in. Did we get into the IKEA?
In where?
In Sweden?
No.
No, we didn't. We just went to Malmo, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. We did.
And then went back across to Denmark via the Øresund crossing. Using the train, yeah. Kay says New Haven.
What about New Haven?
I think she's asking, is that where you were?
Very close. I was doing a run between Lewis and New Haven. If you're from down there, you'll know that road as the C7.
You know she's from down there. She's a Sussex Stitcher.
So I was in places like Kingston, Eyford, Rodmull, South East, and Pindenhoop.
Have you seen the IKEA flat pack Easter egg? Yeah, every year. My favourite things from IKEA are their kitchen utensils, and pots and pans,
38, 28, 36,
and never leave IKEA without a mooch in the bargain corner. Last year, before we went on holiday, no, in fact not last year, a couple of years back before we went on holiday, I got a load of towels there in the bargain corner for about 20 pence each or something silly like that.
It was fun.
And I was like, well, you know, we'll buy a load of them, and if they don't come back off holiday, no harm. You know, if we don't have room for them in our suitcases, we can leave them behind. They don't owe us anything. Everyone came back with us though.
Yeah, we did know.
We had a few things out of the bargain corner, hadn't we?
There's nothing wrong with IKEA's bargain corner.
The chair you're sitting on was from the bargain corner, weren't it?
Indeed. The chair I am sat on came from IKEA's bargain corner. That is no word of a lie. Well, it's served me well ever since. So that just goes to show sometimes bargains can be found in these places. If you know where to go.
The girls like to go to the restaurant.
Yeah, because the girls like food.
Meatballs, dime cake.
Dime cake.
And you like the little dime bars.
I am a dime bar.
The girls like the vanilla roll things, not the vanilla rolls, the cinnamon rolls. I tried some of their crisp breads because I can have those on my diet.
Oh, them callow jobs.
No, the knacker bread.
Oh, knacker brods.
And they were so hard. Couldn't eat them. Yeah, we like the meatballs too, Emily, and the meatball gravy. But, you know, sometimes I have it with mashed potatoes, sometimes I have it with pasta. I don't think the girls care either way.
Bye.
I love the duvet covers. The side seams are left open at the top a few inches. So yeah. Bedding's nice. Storage bits too. I got some storage containers for the kitchen cupboards. You know, when I had the new kitchen last year. I got a load of storage containers so that stuff in the cupboard is in a container in the cupboard. Knacker brodies are too hard. Break it up and sprinkle it over soup. Yeah. I find them very hard. I mean, my teeth were poor anyway, but I find them very difficult to eat. Hey Mona, I know you're just joining, my lovely, but I am about to end stream, unfortunately. It will be available on the replay though in a few minutes if you want to have a look from the beginning. I'm just about done in.
Done in?
Yeah. Did over 10,000 steps today on that walk.
You did. But you enjoyed it.
I did.
Do we not need the bell again now?
No, I think we're all good.
The bell can go home then.
Yeah.
For the night.
Plenty tinglings tonight.
We've been tinging, we've been tonging.
That sounds wrong. We've been
Only
ting-a-linging.
Only if you know the meaning of the phrase ding dong.
No, not to do with that. But anyway. Right. Doesn't feel like 2 hours yet. It is though.
That's 2 hours.
It is.
2 hours.
I think what I might do in a couple of weeks' time, I've got an annual leave from work. Week commencing the 5th of May. So the 4th of May being Sunday, Star Wars Day.
May the 4th be with you.
I think what I might do is a live stream to Last Man Standing. What do we think to that? Anyway, right, I have done 358 stitches. Let me just zoom in a little way so you can see this close up. There we go. And as you can see, we've got these stones coming in and a little bit of greenery. But I need to go clear off and get something to munch on because Lauren's made me hungry. And I will see you guys on Wednesday, all being well.
Well, I can't see any reason why you wouldn't.
Yeah. And I might sound a bit different. I might not. We'll have to see. If the dentist tells me I can walk out there with my new teeth, so I'll be happy. So I got everything crossed. Fingers crossed, guys.
Teeth crossed if you can.
And we will see you on Wednesday. So have a real great evening. And, you know, whatever else it is that you're doing, have a good one. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Right, bye-bye for now.